And now there's one. One more match still to be played out here in Shanghai along the river, and it's the men's gold medal match featuring Mike Schloesser of the Netherlands. Mike Schloesser, who defeated my partner right now, Martin Damsbo, by 2 points this week, and then defeated Genet by 5 points in the semifinals. 21 years young, ranked 5th in the world, actually down to 6th now, but a powerful, powerful performer. We saw that in the mixed team competition. You got to witness it up close and personal this past week.
Oh, we did. We did.
And a good look at Sébastien Peineau. Sébastien Peineau, who got by Rio Wild by 1 point in the quarters, and then was 3 better than Cardoso in the semifinals. The Frenchman versus the Dutchman. Sébastien Peineau, 27 years old, ranked 5th in the world, and the defending gold medalist here in Shanghai. Won a year ago, and he's trying to make it back-to-back. Tough to do.
It's really tough. It's always a pleasure to be in the medal matches, and especially in these games, it's so tough games. So for him to be here 2 years in a row, it's amazing shooting.
Yeah, to work your way through the field and to get back to this match, just getting to a medal match is an accomplishment in and of itself.
It is definitely. And last year he was up against his teammate Deloche in the gold medal match, and here on the way to the medal matches he also had to go up against PJ. So it's never fun to shoot up against one of your team members, but someone has to win it.
So Schloesser to shoot first.
And he keeps where he let off at the mixed team.
That's what you expect.
Yeah.
In fact,
that's the reason why they call him Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect, Magic Mike, the machine, and they both start off with 10s. Peineau shooting a personal best in qualification this week, 7-10 in the ranking round. Of course, we saw Mike Schloesser shoot that world record score of 600 in Nîmes back in February.
Ouais, c'est bon.
Two men who are rarely outside the 10 ring.
Oh,
close.
You had to say it.
Very close. See, we're always just so surprised when he's not inside the 10 ring.
Exactly.
Ouais,
nice swing. He got it.
He whipped that one back in there, didn't he?
He did. Both of them are really strong shooters. You can see their pace, that they're shooting really fast and really consistent.
Did he release it a little sooner than he wanted to?
Could be that, or maybe the aim was just a little bit to the left, so he had to force it in, or it can be a lot of stuff.
And you instinctively know that at the moment of the release, don't you?
You know the last picture from your eyes when this release breaks, and you just try to see if you can save it. Most likely you cannot, actually, because the arrow is far away, but your body still do whatever it can to get that 10. We are not allowed to run down there, so we have to do whatever we can from the line.
It works for me in bowling, so I can imagine it. It's just as effective in archery. It's only going, what, 150 miles an hour?
Around there, yeah.
Around there. You can just will that arrow.
Yep.
Into the 10 ring.
Sometimes you can hear us even talk to the arrow. Get in there, get in there, get in there.
And sometimes that arrow listens.
Yes.
It listened that time. Under the watchful eye of the world archery judges who are in command of these matches. The sun gleaming off the towers here in Shanghai. And the electronic scoring system provided by Falco, allowing us to provide almost instantaneous scoring.
Good 10, follows up.
Each with a strong start here in the second end.
I saw him this time also try to rip in there. I think he had just broke too early. He wasn't settled in. That's a long shot. Still close.
Schloesser only down by 1. And back in the 10 ring.
I think it just caught.
Just caught it. Just bit the line.
See
what
what
the asterisk up there, but
let's see what the judge said. But it looks like it was in. It can be hard with the angles and the shadows and from the arrows there to spot.
well, if Martin Damsbo says so, then I'm going to go with that. You know, I've got to ask you, I don't think we've had you on since Antalya, where you and Braden went up against each other in the gold medal match.
I think so, yeah.
And I wonder how many people come up and ask you about that, because that was something that I think that was very special. For those who weren't with us then, it was a gold medal match. Braden had
bronze medal match.
Bronze medal match, excuse me. Braden had problems with his equipment. You went immediately and handed him your backup bow, which you went on to defeat him, as you knew that he was shooting with your backup bow. It was not set up for him, but still the gesture. I mean, how many times do people come up and either commend you or talk to you about that?
I've been asked that a lot of questions, a lot of times for it, and
it's great sportsmanship.
That's how I like to see that archery is all in total. That's a lot of. Again, we know each other, all of us, so if anybody needs a hand with anything, I think most likely people will be willing to give a hand, whatever they can or not. So.
Besides, you want to shoot the match.
Oh, yeah.
And if he doesn't have a bow, there's no match.
No, exactly. And if he can beat me with my bow, then, of course, he's the right winner. Because then he's an amazing shoot, so...
That's a good point.
That's a good shot.
And that's a good shot, yes.
You can see the arrows he has been out is just out of the 10s.
Pleine balle, nickel. Ça c'était propre.
Beautifully done.
C'est exactement ça.
Almost dead center.
Nice group.
Amazing. Trying to maintain his 1-point edge. It'll take a 10.
Oh,
he gets a 10.
Going for the spider.
X marks the spot for Sébastien Peineau.
10s and X's counts the same.
Can't argue with that.
Good 10.
Three 10s across the board for both of these archers.
It'll be fun to see Sebastien later on this year. I know they still have their trials for the World Championship in Copenhagen. So, but after this tournament here, I think he should be on the team. But we'll see if he gets allowed. He's going to get married in late June, I think. Maybe he's over. Maybe he's not allowed to go anymore. I think he knows.
When you're that good, you've got to go.
Yeah,
I
think he wrote it in the contract for the marriage.
I think so. She knows what she's getting into. So it is still a 1-point advantage for Sébastien Peineau after 3 ends. Anybody's match, though. Had it not been for a couple of 9s, a 9 in that first end, and then a 9 in the second end, for Mike Schloesser, whose teammates are on the edge of their seats here in Shanghai. We are too. And I'm assuming you are as well, wherever you may be and whatever time of day it may be. The cargo ships passing by on the Wengpu River as Mike Schloesser.
It caught the line.
Looks like it caught the
Should be
line.
good.
Coach Ron letting Mike know that's a 10.
Sometimes it can be hard to.
Ouais, c'est bon, ça.
Good swing. Sometimes it could be hard to see on the screens. We're not allowed to have our own spotting scopes out there, shooters. So we have a little screen down on the ground. Sometimes with this light, it can be hard to see the lines on those. It's good. So it's good to have the coach to back up what you think it is.
There's those screens that Martin was talking about a moment ago.
Ouais,
Good
c'est
shot.
super.
And those blue lenses
C'est bien, c'est
helping
solide,
to
c'est
accentuate the gold rings. And Peineau has been able to find those gold rings. Ooh, and a 9 by Schloesser.
You see a lot of shooters with different kind of lens depending on which eyes you have. And
Right.
that's a good time. And depending on which weather condition you have. Some likes the blue lens, some likes the darker, some likes the lighter, depending on
c'est solide.
which surroundings you're going to shoot in.
Any personal preferences for Martin Damsbo?
I like the blues and if it's a little bit clouded, so it's because it just gives a different light in the peep and in the sight. And here when it's fairly strong sun, I like a little bit darker lens, so the eyes can be relaxed all during the whole shoot. No worse than have to be squeezing your eyes doing a tournament. You'll just get tired after a whole day.
Well, those lenses are working for Sébastien Peineau, who the air goes in, the air goes out, inhales, exhales, stays relaxed, stays calm, up by 2 with 3 arrows to go, trying to go back-to-back in Shanghai at stage 1. Defeated Pierre-Julien Deloche a year ago. And of course, we started to see Sébastien Peineau emerge in 2014 at the Indoor World Cup Championships, where he defeated Braden Galantine in Las Vegas at the World Cup final indoors. He was on a roll there, defeated Ruben Blyandal, and also knocked off Mike Schloesser in Las Vegas at that tournament.
And I think also he became silver of the Vegas shoot a few years back, where Mike won the Vegas shoot.
Yes.
So they know each other. They know when the game is on.
The Vegas shoot, archery's version of Survivor.
Exactly.
Mike valiantly soldiering on.
Mike needs to keep them clean this time.
Allez.
And there is the break that Schloesser was looking for and hoping for.
Allez.
Now
Tu détiens jusqu'au
one more
bout,
to go.
Comme tout à l'heure. Allez, Seb.
Schloesser down by 1, trying to turn up the heat.
Shoot some strong, fast shots. See if Sebastien keeps them in. Long shot, this one.
Ouais, c'est ça.
Ooh, held for what seemed like an eternity.
Yeah, and pulled that bow back really hard, but it made it.
So the final shot, 3 straight 10s. 147, a great score.
Amazing score, guys.
But will it be enough? It's going to take 10 to win it for Sébastien Peineau. Peineau. Oh, outside the 10 ring and the 9 ring, and we're tied and going to a shoot-off.
Looked like a good shot. Doesn't even look like it's, looked like a good shot. But so we get a shoot-off.
We get a shoot-off in our final match of the day, our first shoot-off of the day.
Exciting for us as spectators, and not so fun when you are the shooters. Well, I think Mike is happy for it, because then he gets another arrow too.
Sure, he's got to be thrilled. Now, Sébastien Peineau faces, I think, the biggest mental challenge of all right here. After leading for so long in that match, and seemingly having it wrapped up, he fires a 9 on his final shot. It forces the shoot-off, and it comes down to 1 arrow. For those of you just watching your first match on Archery TV, 1 arrow closest to the center to win it.
Yep. think at the World Championship in Turkey 2 years ago, the women recurve was won by, I think, a $500,000.
I remember that well. If you'd have taken the two targets and laid one over the other,
you could barely see it.
The hole was in the same spot.
Yes, it was down to like a $500,000. That's what makes the world champion. So here what makes the World Cup champion of this stage in Shanghai.
So here we go. Suspense, drama, excitement. It all boils down to this in a great marquee matchup between Mike Schloesser of the Netherlands and Sébastien Peineau of France. Peineau this close.
And Mike shooting first to apply pressure for Sebastien.
So Schloesser to go first.
Yeah,
the world champion from Belgium in 2013. He was 17th here in Shanghai a year ago in stage 1, trying to get a gold medal. Trying to get it as close to the center, and he's left the door open.
Yeah, he didn't like that shot as much. Now he's just crossing fingers and hoping it's enough.
Peineau with a second chance to win it, and he does. Sébastien Peineau puts it away. And Peineau.
That's great emotions. Two great artists there.
You have got to give him so much credit. Staying strong mentally after seeing this match go to a shoot-off. Could have won it in regulation. Had to go to the extra arrow. And he is the man.
Yep. 2 years in a row.
How about that? He won last year defeating Pierre-Julien Deloche and wins this year in a shoot-off, knocking off Mike Schloesser.
And collecting important points for the World Cup final.
Huge points, 25 points for Sebastien, 18 points for Mike Schloesser. Both of them will go home with medals. And a great performance put on by both of those athletes. We saved the best for last, didn't we?
Oh, it was tense. Definitely good.
So Sébastien Peineau, 28 years old. What a week it's been for him. Wins over Rio Wild. Mario Cardoso had to defeat Pierre-Julien Deloche just to get to this match. Shot his personal best in qualification, a 7-10 in the ranking round.